What's up, gang? So this is a special video I'm actually doing. It's got no news, no nothing. Even though there was some news over the last couple of days with Brian Reynolds signing the 8-year extension with Pittsburgh, but that's not what we're here to discuss today, actually. I am here to talk about the top 10 young stars that have already made an impact for their teams, their respective teams. What I look for in a young stud in order for them to make this list is their defensive prowess, their offensive skills, what they do on the bases, what they do on the mound, the basics, if they can do that, and what kind of spark they bring to their team. But before I get into that, if you like this kind of content, Yankees or baseball, please hit that like, subscribe, and bell icon buttons. It's greatly appreciated, very helpful for the channel, and it gives me great feedback on what you guys think of my content, as well as it's so I don't want you guys to miss out on anything that I put out. So let's get on to the top 10 that I think have made the biggest impact for their respective clubs. Now, this is in no specific order, so let me just put that out there now. If I do miss something, please in the description, in the comment section below, let me know what you guys think, and let me know who I missed. So let's get this kicked off. So Adley Rutschman of the Orioles, he is their young stud catcher. I believe he came up last year or the year before, but I believe it was last year. He has a rocket for an arm. His bat has a lot of pop, and he has really made an impact on his team. And he actually was one of the main reasons, why the Orioles almost made the postseason. He really jump-started that team, and he really worked with that pitching staff. Really improved that pitching staff and made it a lot better. He's a great pitch framer. He's a switch hitter, so that helps. We don't see many switch hitting catchers nowadays, if any at all. I can only think of one other, and that'd be Yasmani Grandal of the White Sox. But Adley Rutschman has made a major impact for the Orioles. So that's why he makes my top 10. The next one would be Julio J. Rod Rodriguez of Seattle. He is their starting center fielder. He made the team out of spring training last year. He has given that team new life. He is one of the main reasons why they made the postseason last year. Now, mind you, he's only 22 or 23 years old, and Seattle locked him up. So good job on Seattle for doing that. He is the prototypical five-tool player. He can hit for power, he can hit for contact, he can run, he can field, and he can throw. He's the prototypical five-tool player that we don't see a lot of nowadays. He has great speed. This kid's just an all-around superstar. He's a stud, and he's going to be great for years to come for Seattle. So the fact that they locked him up is fantastic for them, great for their fan base, gives them something to cheer about and be excited for, and they really are looking to build around him. So he really has provided a major spark for that team, which is the reason why he makes my top 10 as well. The next is Anthony Volpe of the Yankees. Now, I know he just got called up this year, made it out of spring training, but if you look at his defense this year, and I get it, he's made 3 errors in the last 3 games coming into today, and I get that. All rookies have their flaws. But Anthony Volpe is a defensive wizard, and I strongly believe that he and Oswald Peraza will be the middle infield tandem for the Yankees in the future. His bat is starting to come around. He's starting to heat up. The one thing that I really love about Anthony Volpe is his speed. And it's the same thing with J-Rod. is his speed and his defensive prowess. Adley Rutschman is the same thing, except for him, he's the fact that he's a switch hitter. So Anthony Volpe makes this list because he is a spark. He is someone that the Yankees need. They brought him up. He forced them to bring him up by having a great spring. So Anthony Volpe makes that list for those reasons. The next person that makes this list is outfielder Michael Harris of the Atlanta Braves, who they locked up. Now, Michael Harris is an exciting young outfielder. He was brought up, I believe it was last year or the year before, and he has made an impact on the Atlanta Braves team, especially when Acuna went down. He really stepped up and just flashed the leather, and he's a good contact hitter. He has some pop, but that's not his main attribute at the plate. He does have a lot of speed. He also has a good arm, and the Atlanta Braves locked him up too. So Atlanta's doing the right thing by locking up the young studs. So he is on this list for those reasons as well. And he's just exciting to watch. So that's why he makes this list. The next one that I have is Jeremy Pena, the shortstop from the Houston Astros. Now, I know with the Astros, we are not fans of them, and that's okay. But Jeremy Pena is an exciting young player. Last year in the playoffs, he took that team on his shoulders and took over. He has speed, he has defense, and he just completely came into his own. And I couldn't found a player on the Astros that is young and talented that I would have put on this list. But Jeremy Pena really proves that he belongs on this because of his attributes and his stature. So for me, Jeremy Pena makes this list because of those reasons. The next is shortstop Bobby Witt Jr. of Kansas City. He has really stepped up, really shown why he belongs on this list as well. Now, mind you, his defense isn't as good as the others, but he does play a pretty good defense. So I like his glove. He's a good contact hitter. He's shown he can hit the ball out of the ballpark. His speed is another thing, and that seems to be the trend with a lot of these kids, is their speed. So with that being said, he makes the list because of that. Now, I bring the speed portion up because of the fact that all these kids have speed and they can wreak havoc on the base paths and make opposing pitchers' lives difficult. And that's what we don't see nowadays. So it's great that we see that now, and these kids really have shown that. So the next player that is on this list who also got called up this year and made it out of spring training is Jordan Walker, the outfielder for St. Louis. He hit his first career home run this year, as did Volpe. But Jordan Walker is the center fielder for St. Louis, and again, he has a lot of speed, has a great bat, and that defense is second to none. It was a very wise move for St. Louis. He was their top prospect, and again, like Volpe, he forced St. Louis to call him up. So for those reasons, he makes the list as well. The next player that I have on this is O'Neal Cruz, the shortstop of the Pirates. Now, we know O'Neal Cruz is hurt, but O'Neal Cruz's defense is fantastic. He is one of the better gloves for a big shortstop. He also has a nice bat. Now, he's not as quick as some of the other guys, but he does possess the glove and the bat. He has shown it, he's proven it, and he shows why he belongs in the major leagues. So So that's why he, in this instance, makes my list for the top 10 young stars who have impacted their teams the most. The next player would be starting pitcher Hunter Greene, who just got an extension, by the way, from Cincinnati. And he makes this list because he's a power arm. He's a nice fit behind or at the top of the rotation. He is the guy that they are expecting to be their ace. And he's got great downward movement on his pitches, and his breaking ball, or his breaking pitches, I should say, move north to south like they should. Yes, he is still technically considered a rookie, I think, but his calm, cool demeanor really is a key factor in why he's going to have success, so in my opinion. So that's why he makes this list as well. And the last person that I have on this is shortstop Wander Franco of the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, Wander Franco got called up last year or the year before. I can't remember which, but he's been up for a little bit. But he has really made that team more exciting and much more tough in the American League East. And a tough American League East, mind you. Wander Franco is also a prototypical five-tool player if he wants to be. He doesn't always swing for the fences, but he has pop in his bat. He hits for contact. He can field. He has got a pretty decent arm, and he can run. So Wander Franco, to me, is the face of that Rays franchise and really has earned that. So that's why he makes the list for me in this case. But let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. And let me know if I've missed anyone. And if I have, please let me know. And we can definitely discuss it. I'd love to get into it with you guys. Until next time, have a great rest of your day. I will talk to you guys later.